Hello all you amazing people. Remember, you're always amazing because you clicked on this small YouTuber's video. I'm a small YouTuber and I'm only at 259 subscribers. It would really help in a lot if you subscribed. You could be the 260th, just subscribe and you're the 260th. What a great milestone thing, So in today's video, I came up with an idea that is, what if Genshin Impact characters had jobs? So basically, I took a couple details about a character's, like, let's just go with the first one, being Bennett. I specifically went with military medic for Bennett because he only heals you to 70%, which is good enough to get the job done, but you're not getting like a super high class top tier care, right? And then he also buffs your attack, so I assume that Bennett would be a more military style guy. Whether his personality would fit that characteristic, that's not coming into question here. We're going off of their skills, their talents, and yeah. So I believe Bennett would be a perfect military medic, and that's where he goes. For the second one, I actually decided to make Ito a lumberjack, purely because of his one skill that is, the best skill I think they've ever given any character. When mining wood, he basically has a 25% chance to get an additional log. Best skill, best everything, like the most useful character in the game, right? Yeah. So Ito is a lumberjack not only because, this skill, he's also built like a lumberjack, so yeah. I figured that fit his kit pretty good. Now the next one's pretty obvious. I just made Barbara a nurse. Like, she could be a doctor, but I made her a nurse just because I feel like, I don't know, she's not like the best healer, because that would probably go to Kokomi if we're going to say like Kokomi, healing, like Kokomi's the best healer, but like I don't like Kokomi, I have to throw that in whenever I'm talking about Kokomi. I don't like Kokomi. That one sentence always gets thrown in. I'm sorry, but like she's just not, no, just get her out of here. But yeah, because Barbara is able to heal people, I decided to make her a nurse. It just seems more fitting to her character, and she practically is a nurse for the church already, but she's also a part of the church, which I kind of just got rid of that part. And on to the next one. I made Beto a fighting teacher. Whatever type fighting she's teaching you, I don't know. But she's teaching you somehow like fighting, right? Jiu-jitsu, karate, whatever you want to go with. Mainly because of her E-skill. Her E-skill that gives her a shield that allows her to counter. So, let's say, you're sparring with her, and, you hit her, and she smacks you upside the head and tells you shit. But, yeah, that's what Beto does. I just figured that fit her character pretty decently. Also, I feel like she would like to beat up little children. I don't know, I just kind of get that vibe. Now, for the next one, it's just pretty obvious. Chongyun's an ice cream man. Like, I mean, I feel like it's pretty obvious. Chongyun, sort of, he's the ice cream man. He literally eats popsicles in his animation. I mean, like, nobody is better ice cream man than a guy who eats popsicles to live, okay? Like, no one else. I made Amber a teacher just because, well, she has the exact personality of like a kindergarten teacher, like if you were in kindergarten and you had Amber as a teacher, nobody would be like thinking like twice of. And also, I feel like Baron Bunny could be like the class pet, Yeah, I feel like Baron Bunny could have been the class pet. Just don't let children hold it for too long, because, it might explode. But, she can make non-explosive ones, I'm pretty sure. But, she makes explosive ones. Whether she, gives out to children or not, I mean, I don't know. But, yeah, I feel like Amber makes a pretty good teacher. And now on to Sucrose. It's born into her DNA. Like, everything about her character just screams a scientist. Like, they did not, like, have any other trait other than she's a scientist when they made Sucrose, okay? I'm sorry, but that was the exact trait. I feel like Mona would be a pretty good magician. One reason being the fact that she's able to go around as Bubbles and just run around as Bubbles underground. I feel like that's a pretty magical thing to do. Also, her hat is, like, huge, like a magician's hat. But you also can have the mirror reflection of doom. I'm looking at what I just saw, because I don't have Mona, right? I just saw that name. What? Like, huh? Alright, whatever. But it's a clone of herself. Imagine a magician cloning himself. It'd be the best magic trick ever. She'd go to kids' birthday parties and stuff. It'd be amazing. For Venti, I made him a landscaper. I just feel like when it comes down and it's like all the leaves have fallen on the trees, who's gonna be a better leaf blower? I mean, Venti, the literal god of wind. Like, can you say anything else? I don't really know what else a landscaper does, but that's all I thought of when I thought of Venti's kit. Like, you know, he's a giant leaf blower practically, so I figured it's pretty good. That's pretty good. For Klee, as we know, Klee loves her fish blasting, and I feel like I just had to make her a fisherman. Like, she has to be the best fisherman. Like, fisherman, fisherwoman, I don't know if there's fisherwoman is an actual word. I just hear everybody say fisherman no matter what gender. But, you know, Klee's there, and, you know, she's there. She's the best one out of everybody, you know, already, you know, like pre-cut fish, you know, just came in a lot of pieces, but, you know, it's probably like shipping directly to Hell's Kitchen, you know. Klee's the best fisherman ever, you know. And if you argue with that, then why? Why? You're crushing a child's dreams, okay? Just know that. Now, Rosaria, I feel like she has to be an assassin. Like, there is no other option. She murders people, okay? Like, look at those fingers. Like, she look at her fingers. Like, what? Who has metal claws on their fingers? Like, that's just screaming assassin. She even pulls out a blade. Are you joking? Like, this is the most assassin I've ever seen. For Fischl, I feel like she'd be an amazing actor because, you know, she's practically acting the entire time she's talking, because what is she saying? Nobody knows. But when you're able to portray a character so well that Fischl seems like a psychopath in the actual game, you know, I feel like that's just absolutely great, and I feel like she's gonna be the best actor. She's gonna be better than Will Smith. She's gonna slap Chris Rock twice instead of once. So I based Aloy's job off of one thing, and that being her very last passive talent, which is anything that produces meat does not get scared. So I think Aloy is gonna be an absolutely amazing hunter. Just like really just the best hunter. I have never played a Horizon Zero Dawn game, and I imagine she's already a hunter, but, you know, I feel like it just fits, you know. That might even be the reason why they gave her this ability. I don't know. But I feel like she's got to be a good hunter, right? Like, she wouldn't be a bad hunter. Yeah, so while I didn't try and base things off of what the actual characters do in game, I said Albedo would be a painter. He doesn't really paint that often that I know of. We totally didn't. Okay. Iridori Festival kind of skipped my mind when I was thinking of Albedo here. Yeah, he literally got hired. You know, Albedo's a painter. You know, some things, they're just so perfect they don't need to change. I didn't mess up at all. You don't question me. Now, for Chichi, I actually think that she will be the best yoga instructor, just because she's absolutely amazing. As you can see here, Chichi just being the absolute best yoga instructor ever. You know, like, just, yeah, there you go, Chichi. Yeah, just absolutely amazing yoga instructor. There is no need for me to change anything here. She's a receptionist right now, but I think she's the best yoga instructor you'll ever have. And also, I feel like people will listen to a 5,000-year-old zombie just because it's a 5,000-year-old zombie, and you don't see that every day, so feel like she'll get people to listen to her more, you know. Now for the next character, Ayato, I think he's gonna be like a Starbucks barista, because, you know, when you drink so many boba teas, I feel like you develop like a connection, right? Like, you know, like ants speaking to each other. They're not really speaking, but, you know, they know what to do, right? Ayato, I feel like it's just gonna come natural instinct because he's drank so much boba tea, you know, like he's gonna be able to make some boba tea. Yeah, I feel like, also, he's a pretty nice guy, so I feel like he'd make a great, like, barista at Starbucks or something. So, the next character, Kokomi, I chose her to be a swimming instructor. The reason being, she looks like a fucking fish, and also, on one of her passive talents, she decreases party members' stamina consumption when swimming by 20%. So, I feel like just a swimming instructor that can swim really well is all you really need. And, yeah, I feel like that's a better use for her, than, you know, actually using her in Genshin Impact. So, yeah. Now, Lisa here, I chose her to be a pharmaceutical scientist because for some reason, don't ask me how, I always remember that Lisa can, like, because she's the only character that can do it. When Lisa crafts a potion, she has a 20% chance to refund a portion of the materials. I don't know what I don't understand how I remember this every single time I mention Lisa. But yeah, I feel like if we're considering potions just medicine, right? I feel like, you know, Lisa, she's probably the best working medicine I can't speak. Pharmaceutical scientist, you know, it just comes naturally to her. She's not a librarian or anything. I don't know why you would think that. It's just a pharmaceutical scientist. I cannot say that. God. I chose Kaya to be a fencing instructor. Yeah. Mainly because he's like super fast and suave with his sword. Like, my man, he's just like, you flinging that thing around in his idle animation like he's all fancy and stuff. And also, I feel like he thinks he's better than you, and I think those people also think they're better than you. I don't really know. I have no proof to that. I've never even like heard a fencing instructor talk at all. Like, I'm just going off of like, you know, the way they fight, you know, just like jabbing at each other. It just kind of feels like it's like a repulsive, you know, thing. Like, don't talk to me, get away. Like, look at this man just flinging his sword around. Yeah, just spinning. It's like he's like, yeah, just spinning like a clock or something. So for another sword related character, Ayaka, mainly because she's always talking about her blade.
A blade embraces its duty, as a jeweler cherishes their gems.
The amount of times that I've heard that is too many. And also, she does refund for a 10% chance to receive double the product of Ascension materials for like swords and stuff. So I think, you know, that gives her a little bit towards a swordsmith, you know. So yeah, that's 20 characters that if they were in real life, that's what their jobs would be, or at least that's what I think their jobs would be. If you enjoyed this video, let me know, because I'm gonna have a hard time making a second part to this. And I probably won't make a second part to this, because, I mean, Eula, a person who does physical damage and nothing else, it's kind of hard to do anything that doesn't involve violence, you know? But yeah, that's going to be it for this video. Make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.